Hey, everybody, I'm back for this somewhat somber week. But life is still crazy everywhere, no matter where you are. And I say it all the time, tomorrow's not guaranteed. Give your loved ones a hug. But you know what? I'm looking at the news and it just makes you crazy all the time. But let's start off with a little general insanity. Now, once again, California, especially San Francisco, it makes me crazy. I don't understand. In San Francisco, you can no longer use the word chief for anything. They have banned the word chief from any position in San Francisco. So they're trying to come up with new terms like the chief of police, fire chief, anything that is chief, they're getting rid of. And I'll tell you something, the race card is the Swiss Army knife of cards. It can be used in any situation for anything. Doesn't make a difference. But as crazy as that is, New York City said, "Oh, my beer, San Francisco, we're going to one-up you." The New York City Health Department gave this advice, and for all, if you are using heroin, safe heroin use is empowering. Safe heroin use. You know, we have a drug pandemic in the country, and there's drug overdoses all the time, but apparently, safe heroin use is empowering. How would you know? You're high as a kite. Can't figure it out, but it's empowering. I told you. The world's going crazy, and it's led by the United States government and all the little subsections of the government. Let's head back to San Francisco for a second. As we all know, that drunken old hag cannot receive the little cracker anymore for communion. She'd rather have a vodka tonic. Who knows? But she can't use it. But you have the genius, Whoopi Goldberg. Absolute genius. Got on her show, The View. And if any of you fools watch The View, that's on you. She came out and said, the Archbishop doesn't have the right to do that. That is not his job. Whoopi, he's the Archbishop. That is literally his job. That is literally the man's job. I mean, how stupid are you? Why don't you eat another tub of ice cream? Because you're giant. You're a giant, huge person. As I said it before, get down to Dick Gregory's Fat Farm down in Florida and shed a couple of pounds before you open your fat mouth. Or maybe just stick a donut or two in there and speak about things you don't know. Wait a minute. That means you wouldn't speak about anything, Whoopi. Then we have in the state of California, 30% of transgenders are now requesting transfers to women's prisons. The kick is they're sexual offenders. Not only that, this bigwig trans guy who was out there advocating for trans arrested in jail for what? Sexual offense. Nobody saw this coming but Angry Mac and the normal people. What are we doing, America? Let's not normalize this. Let's not normalize this. You see what we're doing? There is a war on boys. Boys turning to men. You know, toxic masculinity, don't have fun, blame everything on them. It's just absolutely insane. No fathers, nothing. And now we're celebrating them being women. What do we expect from men and boys now? Because the bar keeps getting lower and lower, and it's insane. Bring back balls again, let men be men, and let boys grow into men. Be happy with who you are, but let's stop glorifying and putting these things out there and putting the ideas in the minds of young people whose minds are very malleable. Let's just try this. It's not let's just try this. Let's let these boys develop into good men and good people. My gosh. Then we have Whispering Joe. Whispering Joe. Back to whispering again. So he's giving this speech, and he whispers. Now, nothing says power like whispering, "I am your commander-in-chief." Really? You're going to whisper? I mean, I felt the power when he whispered it. Nothing says a powerful man like a whispering little child. You know, he did say that the Putin price is not to blame for gas anymore. This is just a painful transition into green energy. Does anybody else see this as part of the grand plan? Or we all have our head under the pillow? Is that it? We're all just blind to this nonsense? Or is half the country blind to this nonsense? The other half say, well, at least not Trump. At least not Trump. I'm so sick of it. I'm not sure. What's higher? Joe Biden's approval rating, the price of gas, or Hunter Biden at a strip club? Just checking. Anybody know? Leave an answer in the comments. And please, subscribe, comment, good or bad. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Then we have the other genius, the VP. Once again, more word salad. Talking about how important children are. And her comment was, when we talk about children of the community, they are part of the community. What? What are you talking about? As I said, she says so many words, but has no meaning in anything she says. Another panderer, though, because any little thing that she has that she could use to play that race card, any single time she will play the race card. Absolutely. It's a wonder how she got where she is. Oh, you know how? Race and gender? Just saying. It's really, really, really bizarre. Really bizarre. Anyone else besides the normies find it odd that within 24 hours of Elon Musk coming out saying he's a Republican, that the Me Too movement went on him, suddenly there were sexual harassment claims the second he said he was a Republican? It's been in the public for years and years. Now, one of these claims, now, hey, sexual deviant, Republican. I don't know. Does anybody know Bill Clinton? Last time I checked, he wasn't a Republican. Again, just saying. Let's get back to that race card. I said, Swiss Army knife. They're here in New York, a baseball player, black guy, referred to himself as the next Jackie Robinson. Another player, white guy, going back and forth, apparently last weekend and the weekend before that. They say, hey, Jackie, nice play, Jackie. Guy got offended. The black player got offended. They were ribbing each other, no problem. So then the white manager said that's racist. They had to tell the black guy it was racist. And suddenly this white guy was this incredible racist. Where are we going? He called himself Jackie, and the white guy called him Jackie. It's called join, ribbing, getting under his skin, irritating, showmanship, gamemanship, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't racism. Whatever happened is sticks and stones. How about a little thick skin? Forget black skin, white skin, green skin, purple skin, brown skin. Don't care. How about a little thick skin? Come on. Let's just stop with the nonsense. The card is way overused. You know, in each deck, you only get 4 of each. But the race card, there may as well be 51 or 52 in each deck. Because it keeps coming out. Now, shooting up in Buffalo is horrible. Heart out to those people also. But the New York State Regents canceled the U.S. history because they didn't want to trigger any students because of the shooting. Did I miss the unit on U.S. history of mass shootings? I mean, is that in the test? I don't know. What are we doing? What are we doing? How is U.S. history going to trigger somebody because of a mass shooting? You know, consider these mass shootings. I have all these people with these mass shootings, and they are horrible. Nobody's for mass shooting. Nobody. But these same people are telling us that if you ban abortion, there are going to be illegal abortions. Now you ban guns, everybody's going to be safer. Not really sure how that works. Can somebody please explain it to me? Like I'm a kindergartner trying to learn about gender identity? Not sure. Please explain in the comments. I'd love to know. Oh, my God. My God. I do really find it odd. Very, very odd what goes on in the world today. Let's lighten it up a little bit and see what I got going here. There was a woman who was reported missing in Florida. She was missing for 2 weeks. You know where they found her? In the basement of her house. My question is, how hard were they looking? But I got an idea. If I ever go missing, do me a favor, put my picture on the back of a beer can because my friends will definitely find me. I don't know. They'll be out there. More people are drinking beer. And we're finally at the point now where gas is higher priced than beer. Drink more, drive less. This is an easy way to stop the drinking and driving trend. You just make beer less. I don't know. Sounds like a good plan to me. I haven't had one in years, though. Not allowed anymore. I did get an email yesterday from a club called the Pill Club. Now, what the Pill Club does, it sets you up on a regular service where a woman would have her contraceptives delivered to your house by mail, but also it has a service where men can get condoms. Where was this service 30, 40 years ago? Would have saved me all those awkward trips into the drugstore going like, listen, I need a pack of gum, a Hershey bar, some Oreos, a Coke, some chocolate milk, and 12 condoms. Just saying. I bought all that extra stuff just to get the condoms whether I need it or not. Would have saved me a lot of embarrassment. My mother and father never checked the mail anyway, and he could have kept my name on it. Really. Oh my gosh. Am I the only one not going to be getting the monkeypox vaccine? Another nonsense vaccine that we're going to get? And here we go. Major college had a seminar on right-handed privilege. So not only is there white privilege, there's right-handed privilege. Now, if you're black and you have right-handed privilege, or is it white right-handed privilege? Just said white-handed privilege. And some of the things it mentioned that life was easier, that you had a sense of belonging, and that you had more access, opportunity, and advantage. Right-handed. Who would have thought? I don't know what to say, but I'm sure the person who came up with this seminar was a liberal. Because they're always trying to solve the world's ills. And I've said this before. Mental illness runs in liberals. Carrying the weight of the world in your mind all the time, trying to solve every problem, must do wonders for your mental health. You must be so filled with anxiety and stress, I'm surprised you can even get through the day. Another thing down in Florida. Florida man kidnapped about 20 people. 20 people, had them all together, and forced them to play Yahtzee for 36 hours straight. Look it up, true story. I mean, I don't know what's tougher, listening to those dice roll for 36 hours or staying up for 36 hours. It's complete insanity. True story, look it up. Can we all agree on one thing? Just one question. Is there a country anywhere in the world that is taxing their citizens and sending the money to the United States? I don't know. I'm just saying because we sent over $50 billion to Ukraine and we could use that money to keep our children safe. I don't want to digress because that is a somber moment, and as I said, my heart goes out. No advice this week. I'm not getting anybody to write in. Write in your advice, man. Send me a DM. Am I just keeping it too real for you? But I do want to say, Memorial Day tomorrow. Memorial Day is a weird one because it is not a happy Memorial Day, but it is a day you should celebrate. And you should celebrate the people who gave their lives for our country. It is a memorial. It is not a celebration, so it's a little weird. So take a second tomorrow. Pause, moment of silence, and just think about what you have today and who helped you get it. Then, in lieu of everything that's happened this week and the last few weeks, I can't say it enough again. I love you. The three most important words in the world, powerful, important words. Find somebody you love. You don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. It is not guaranteed. Today could be the last day you see a loved one for various reasons. Find them, tell them you love them, give them a hug, give them a kiss. Don't waste any opportunities you have to let them know how important you are. You know why? Because the bottom line is that's all you have in your life. Everything else I talk about and these politicians talk about, I said it's a circus, it's a clown show, but it's all nonsense. Find the people you love, tell them you love them. Listen, a lot of love in my heart. Anytime you want to find me, come down to the bar on a Tuesday night, we'll shoot some darts, drink. I love you all. See you next week. Cheers.